Welcome back to TFTD Whiskey. I'm Max.
This is Tushar.
And
And
if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Come on, let's get to 40. That's all I'm saying.
let's get 40. Yeah, let's get 40. 40 in this week. Come on, we can do it.
40 sounds a lot better than 34.
Yeah. Today, you might see that we only have two people. So we just decided to talk about whiskeys that we're enjoying right now. There's no particular subject to it. We just wanted to share, like on day-to-day basis, this particular month or month and a half from February to March is what me and Max are enjoying. Like we have a good amount of whiskey with us, so we don't go back to the same whiskey almost every day, every other day. But these are some of the whiskeys that we bought, and we go back at least once a week when we're drinking.
It speaks highly of these bottles because, I mean, you have 1.5 billion bottles behind you, and I have probably 1.2 million behind me. So if we're visiting these certain bottles, it means, there's something special about them, something different that makes us keep going back to it.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess we'll start out with you. You can go first. We have three each.
Yeah. So for this one, we decided to keep it at least three each, and since I delve into not just bourbon, I also drink Scotch, American single malt, Irish whiskey. So it wasn't fair if I just talked about bourbon. That's why my first one, and this is a recent one, I got it as a Valentine Day gift from my wife. If you have, we talked about a Valentine Day gift thing in our Valentine Day video. This is something like that. So this is by Lost Lantern, which are properly independent bottlers. They're not NDPs, they're properly independent bottling where they provide as much info in terms of distillery name, age, where it was bottled, everything that they can. This is from AAA Distillery. It's in Nantucket, Massachusetts, and it's an American single malt in Sauternes cask, which is a kind of a wine, sweet wine, for 11 years. It is peated, so
Oh, here
not
we go.
for everyone, but if you can, if you're okay with a little bit of like char or ashiness or dryness in your finish, you'll enjoy this bottle. I was surprised how much I like this bottle. Like, it's not a very cheap bottle, but it's 11 years. 11 years single cask, and the proof is 121. And it's ridiculously good for what it is, and I really like this bottle. And you can see I got this bottle February 9th or 10th, and I don't drink this much. Usually, whiskeys that I have, as we talked about, we have a lot of options, and I like to every now and then when I'm drinking, go for different places, try to come up what I feel like it. So, drinking this much of this bottle really, like, I really am into this.
So you said it was expensive. What's expensive?
For American single malt, it's $180 from
Yeah.
Sealbacks plus shipping, so it is expensive. Yeah, this is so just like it reminds. The reason I like it because it reminds me a little bit of Campbelltown Funk in Scotch or Springbankish. It's obviously not there, but at least trying to do it, and I love that. Like the nose is so orange, citrus, dark fruits. American single malt has this kind of like a fruity base to it from most distilleries that we have tried. There's a good fruity, tropical fruits, kind of brewer notes coming. And this has that, but it also has a lot of dark fruits from the red wine finish. Not the red wine, I don't know exactly if Southern is the red wine, but the sweet wine. You get that sweetness a lot. And the peat really balances well. It's 120 proof. Yeah, the nose is incredible. Sweet pineapple, mango with a little bit of char and some like Candy Crush. It's so good, man. And at the back end, you feel a little bit of peat, which I don't. I'm so used to it. For me, it's more of like a dryness, like a little bit of ashiness, but it's not smoky. For a person who's never had peaty whiskeys or is very new to it, they might find a little bit of smokiness and they might shy away from it. But if you get a chance to try it, please do. That tropical mango sweetness with like it's like a mango or a pineapple grilled at the perfect level, and you're just eating it. Like, I love this whiskey. What's yours, Max?
Damn.
What's yours
See,
first?
you're making me want it now. Okay.
You'll get a sample.
But so mine isn't far from yours. I didn't go all bourbons. Yeah. Is that even a bourbon? Yeah. One of them's not a bourbon. This one. So this one, I already talked about it. But I keep going back to it. This is crazy. This is crazy good, dude. This is
I
like
I can't. Yeah, for that one, I don't think anybody who, if you like whiskey, give that bottle a try. It's not peated. It doesn't have any smokiness. It's just tropical sweetness amped up with uh like sugary and what do you say? A little bit of more peach.
peach.
Peach on that one is
And that's the thing. I know this one is a limited release and 14 years and high proof, but you still get some of the flavors from like I think I bought one at Meyer, while I
yeah,
run, and you get the it's not like totally different. It's along the same lines. It's a entry level, very cost effective. I think I paid like 40, 50, maybe 50. I think it was more like 40,
yeah, yeah.
and
They
super
have
cheap.
like this 6, 7 year bottles available at Meyer, as you said, like
Mm-hmm.
single malts, wheated rye and wheated bourbons, and
Yeah.
normal bourbon, which they do under Dragon's Milk. Dragon's Milk is their bourbon brand. Then they
Yeah.
do all I run with wheated rye and single malts. New
Yeah.
Holland, they're brewers, and they know how to mash and how to brew. Now they've learned how to distill, and it's incredible. Lucky for us, we're getting good whiskey, great whiskey for great pricing.
Yeah, I think the Dragon's Milk gets a lot of the hype, a lot of the attention, but this, you just gotta take a leap, I think. Get
Yeah, yeah.
something with this label, something, and you know, but that's my first one.
All right. Let's talk about the second one. Second one is something that if there might be a lot of folks, and I might be very late on this train because obviously it's sometimes you're not always there. This is Jimmy Red.
Mmm.
This is their private selection. It's a pick done by my local club here that I'm part of. It's almost 7 years. It's the just bourbon. It's not finished in anything. It's 129 proof, and yeah, I don't know if you and me together tried Jimmy Red or we tried Ben Holiday. Something I tried before at a whiskey fest from Jimmy Red, and they have the blue corn, the red corn. Like these are craft distilleries focusing on the grain and then how they do it. And every time I've tried it, they've been great. But you also get that kind of like a little bit of grain note forward or a craftiness to it, which is
Damn
still there.
barnyard.
Yeah, but this 7 year, oh man, this is so good.
That says
Like
a lot
I've
because
just
I know you and I know the stuff you usually drink and buy and stuff. So for you to say the 7 year Jimmy Red is good, then
yeah, like red fruits, a little bit of stone fruit. There's some baking spices. There is vanilla. Like it's most of the bourbon, but also a little bit of like edginess. Like the craftness is there. You can feel that on the palate, but it's still really good. And it was $80, and you don't have to have this bottle if you have something else around you. Their basic product, I would say, just give them a try after. And it could also be a really good intro to like craft whiskeys. When you see like other craft whiskeys where you try, hey, this is 4 years old, I'm getting so much grain, I'm getting so much grain, because those producers are focused on how they make it. They have to differentiate from themselves. They're not legacy producers. They're not used to the distilling and the, how do you say, the more disciplined way of operating a giant distillery like Buffalo Trace versus a smaller operation like that. So they do more intuitive what they want to do. And I feel like this is one of those distilleries that I would like to buy more stuff from just to see how well they go. I was not about them at all. Never owned a bottle till my local club. I'm like, let's take a gamble. Let's see how bad it could be. The club picked it. Worst case worse, I'll just give it to somebody in the club after I don't like it. But that's been a while and you can't see right now, but it's below, but you can't even see the fill level.
damn.
And this has been shared and etc. But I just I take this bottle, or I bottle shares, or people just like to try and introduce them to this brand if they haven't tried it. The proof is there, the age is there, the juice is there. I don't know what else to say. They're doing good stuff. I hope I get more of theirs. That's my second.
Makes me want to try some Jimmy Red, which never was on my radar. So
Yeah.
I don't
Ben
think
Holiday,
I.
again, that's one that we tried, but we didn't like the soft red weed or the Rick House. I was just,
Yeah.
maybe I'm not a wheated guy at that point.
This next one, I think the review will already have been out before this one. So
Oh,
this surprised me like no other because it did not taste anything like the small batch version. So, me and a couple of our Discord members did a call, and we compared the James Pepper
Ooh.
batched versus their single barrels that are coming out. You know, some big chain
The,
retailers that are doing the single barrels.
those are the gold ones, right? The gold label ones. Are those
No,
single barrels or they're just single barrels?
no, the gold label is a small batch also with a higher age statement. The single barrels just have a hang tag on them. This one specifically was from Liquor Barn, and it was their second pick. This, if you blinded me them two, they don't taste like they're from the same distillery. It was, yeah, it was amazing. James E. Pepper, it was 111.8 proof, and that thing, it reminds me of like this bottle here I have is more char forward, more reminds you of like if I was blind, I'd say maybe Wild Turkey. It's very char, very basic bourbon flavors. Good, worth the price, but very basic. The single barrel had candy, had a sweetness that reminds me of rye. It was longer finish, better nose, everything was better. I'm just like, come on. Same price too. So,
And
it,
isn't the decanter bottle, that's their source juice, right? I don't think they make the decanter juice. That's the source. So
no,
there could be the fact that the batch product we see is like a blend of some other distilleries where the
it,
single barrels could be just a little different.
it could be.
But but even the batch product is really good for the price point.
Let me see.
Batch product, and we both tried the gold one and we both liked it. Just the price is a little too much for what it
Yeah,
was. We both liked it when we tried it. Like it's not worth $30 more than the normal, but still really good.
it was good.
My next one. Well, this again is I would like to say first, like sometimes you get some whiskeys just because you are on different platforms, you're in different groups, and you don't know what's coming up in each market, each location. And you see something and small group of people try it and then they talk about it, but still not getting the buzz. So you try to roll a dice and you get a bottle. This is one of those. I don't think a lot of people have talked about it as we know of. I don't think a lot of people have this bottle because it's a pick only done by a big retail chain in Texas. I don't think anybody else has seen it. I don't think a lot of people know about it. So we were trying to do a review about it, but we've been so busy and we didn't have the time, and all of us have other things to do. So I decided to put it right now. So if Johnny, you have a complaint, you can talk to me and we'll drink it on it. This is Trails End 10 year.
Yeah,
This is, as you can see, this is gone. There's a big dent in there. I have a backup of it. That's how much I liked it. Trails End is an NDP out of Oregon, and Specs is the liquor store chain that I was talking about out of Texas that did a pick, I think, a 10 year and an 8 year. And they got famous in Discord and Facebook bourbon groups because they were hazmat, so people started looking into it. And the price point, it was 65 to $70 there for a 10 year or hazmat to hazmat-ish, close by Kentucky bourbon. The rumor is it's Heaven Hill. There's no particular basis for me to say yes or no about it, but I'm just gonna go with the rumor at this point. And it's double oaked and Gariana oaks, which is a type of oak, American oak that you find in the North Pacific. So people who try American single malts have had American single malts. Westward is a Seattle-based distillery that does every year Gariana oak releases. It's a more spicier than American oak, and it's more vibrant in terms of flavor profile. But it's such a unique, indigenous kind of location of that you don't see it mass produced or barrel. Saying all of that, double oak, Kentucky juiced in a kind of like a local indigenous to America or a specific region oak, this bottle was still really, really affordable at the proof point. So out of the value wise, it might be the best bottle that I purchased this year. Let's be honest here. You don't get a 10-year double oak whiskey for that price anywhere. And then when you open it and you try it, you're like, okay, you are not shit. You are much, much better than shit. Like this is such a like it has a little bit the nose speaks a little bit about maybe it's in my head or the rumor that there is a little heaven hell. Like you can get that fudgy nuttiness from it. The palate is so much sweeter. The palate rounds very well. There's nothing aggressive about the palate. Yeah, it's like dark fruits, chocolate fudge, a little bit of hint of peanuts, but it's very minute. Yeah, I don't know what to say else about it. Just to drink it. Mine is 137 point proof, 5 proof. I've seen 138. I've seen 141. I think Max has 140 something. Oh,
It's it's really like it blows your mind because regardless of the rumors, right? You
yeah,
taste it and you go, I don't even care if it's Heaven Hill. This I could see this
this is
being a
good.
Parker's release and it'd be like everybody would buy it up. It'd be
Yeah,
delicious.
it is not. It's not going to be like, oh my god, this is my whiskey of the year because the flavor profile was so different. But if you can find this and have it, everybody will be amazed at the price point, the proof, and the age on it. It's like sweet brown sugar caramel bomb. Like I don't know what else to say about it. All those three, four flavors. It's not very complex. It's not gonna blow your mind. It's not gonna beat C923. It's not gonna beat any Elijah Craig that you've had. But sometimes you go out and you travel and you find your favorite Elijah Craig barrel proof pick. This for me is like that. It's not exact because sometimes you might find, oh, I want this pick to be more Elijah Craig or less Elijah Craig, depending on what flavors you like. I like this pick because it's exactly like the C923 or the flavor profile of Heaven Hill that I like, or I like it so off profile. I like it so off. This is whichever bracket you fall into, this will keep you happy. So if you find it, try it. If you don't find it, tell us, get to the 40 subscribers, and we'll send you a sample of it.
Yeah, I can't argue that. That bottle was kind of blow your mind. The price, you get it, you open it, you taste it, you go, what are the legacies doing right now? Because if this,
Yeah,
I don't know what this is, but
if we had to go with just the fact that how cheap it is, and somebody out of Oregon got some barrels for cheaper, or the distillery, or it's not as good, they really did a good job for double oaking it in a wood that like rounded it out. It doesn't feel like it's not feel like it's finished. It doesn't feel like it's very heavily double oaked. It doesn't feel like bad whiskey. So whatever problems that people were tasting when it was a single barrel and then did not put it in their own juice or their own distillery name, it's pretty much gone with the finishing of it,
mm-hmm.
if there was some.
Yeah,
Otherwise, these guys just are trying to get all the money and break out the NDP market, which I'm here for if they do that. Yeah, I
agreed.
would say this might be better than any of the rare characters the blended versions that I've tried, sub 100 value.
I could see
Some
this
might be a
beating.
little
I could
dry.
see this beating some of the single barrels easy, easy,
Yeah,
easy.
yeah. For the price point, like I don't even know how to compare that. And even if it's not exactly as good as the rare character or a River Roots that I have or a Circle City, which is much more single barrel and better, $80, I don't know what else to say, man. It's
It's gained
what's
traction.
it?
Everybody that tastes it talks about it on Discord, YouTube, any TikTok probably. It's just this bottle literally is completely word of mouth. If you know,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
My
What's your
next
last,
bottle,
Max?
my last is one that I kept going back to, and I was like, man, this is different. And then my wife put it in a blind, and it beat out bottles that were 2 times the price of it. And I'm like, and I went back to it again, and I'm like, okay, okay, I'm a fan. This is one of the brands that Tushar kind of put out there way before I knew about it. He probably has like 4 or 5 bottles of it. I don't know if you can
Yeah,
guess
I
what it
have
is.
one, two, three, four. Yeah, I know what it is.
Oh, you know, yeah, Public Barrel. This thing right here. Is this apparently supposed to be Willet finished in Napa Cab barrels? The finish, man, just like Cedar Ridge. That is it sherry finish? The Amontillado, that one.
Amontillado. Yeah,
I tasted it and was like, man, this tastes just like the Cedar Ridge, that really good wine finished bourbon. But in my mind, I'm like, how is it beating these other things? And I mean, it's like that, but like a little bit better. And I keep going back to it, so I'm a huge fan of this thing. 119.3 proof, 8.7 years old. I bought 2 of them, and now I want more of them because when it comes to wine finish stuff, I'm usually not a fan.
yeah.
Usually not a fan, but no, that one's good.
I missed out on that one because I was like, I have already 3 or 4 bottles from them that I have not even opened. Like I've opened two and I still have two unopened, or maybe I had at one point I had 5 or 6 from Public Barrel, but one I gave away as a gift to someone. One is lost in a bottle share, and 4 are in my house. So
Oh, dang.
and yeah,
But yeah.
it's an NDP from a guy that I found out through River Roots when I was trying to get more River Roots, and he started this NDP like 2 3 months after I found him on his Discord. And most of the stuff that I've tried from has been very affordable, high age, and pretty good. Like I
Yeah.
don't think I've had one. It could be for a lot of folks. It's not very aggressive in flavors. It's a more subtle, sweeter, delicate flavor. So
Yeah.
if you are okay with that, if you want a bourbon that wants to just punch you and shake around, maybe you might not be as impressed by it. But these are all very subtle. They're very enjoyable. You can crush them. You can sit with them. You can analyze them. They're very good products there for sure.
But yeah,
That's
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 that.
that's that. That's that. Now we're done. Now we can just. We are a little tipsy and we've recorded for 2 hours. So thank you for watching and tune in next time. Well, we'll get drunk again. Cheers.
Cheers.